From the very beginning of Breaking Bad, Jesse Pinkman's story is one of quiet tragedy.
Ever since I met you, everything I have ever cared about is gone. Ruined, turned to shit, dead ever since I hooked up with the great Heisenberg.
Time and time again, whenever Jesse finds something, or someone, worth holding on to, it's ripped away from him. Yet, as devastating as these moments are, there is one in particular that breaks him completely. That moment happens in Season 4, Episode 11. When we first meet Jesse in Season 1, he's reckless but harmless in many ways. His worst crimes are cooking and petty dealing. But everything begins to change the moment he partners with Walter White. From the start, Walt treats Jesse as someone to mold and control.
Damn junkie! No, give me that! Wait. This is going down the toilet. Watch it go! No, that's worth 40 grand, you stupid shit! It's worth nothing when you smoke it all! Get off the toilet!
Sometimes it's disguised as mentorship.
You are joking, right? If I gave you that money, you would be dead inside of a week.
Other times, it's pure manipulation.
Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. Like you said, Gus can't kill you because of me. He knows I won't stand for it.
The power dynamic is clear. Walt is the brain, Jesse is the tool. In Season 2, this dynamic takes its first dark turn with Jane's death. Jesse is in love, sober, and finally imagining a way out of the dark business.
New Zealand, that's where they made Lord of the Rings. I say we just move there, yo. I mean, you can do your art, right? Like you can paint like the local castles and shit, and I can be a bush pilot.
New Zealand, I can get behind that. But I guess I'm good anywhere, as long as it's the two of us.
But for Walt, this is a serious problem. Jesse being clean means Walt can't control him through drugs anymore. On top of that, Jane isn't just supporting Jesse, she's actively pulling him away from Walt.
How do I know she'll keep quiet?
I guess you don't.
You'll never hear from either of us again.
She even blackmails Walt for Jesse's share of the money and convinces Jesse to cut ties with him.
Get clean.
You know what? I take that back. This is blackmail. Because what I know about you, high school teacher turned drug dealer with a brother-in-law in the DEA, that'd make one hell of a story. National news, I'll bet. Do right by Jesse tonight, or I will burn you to the ground.
For Walt, Jane becomes a direct threat. She's turning Jesse against him and putting Walt's grip on the business at risk. So when Walt finds them unconscious, he doesn't just stumble into tragedy. He makes a choice. He stands by and lets Jane die, knowing it will destroy Jesse emotionally and keep him dependent on him. This is the first major fracture in Jesse's psyche. He spirals into guilt and self-destruction, thinking Jane's death was his fault. And Walt, instead of helping him heal, weaponizes his grief to keep him close.
I killed her. What? I killed her. It was me. I got her back up.
Jesse, look at me. Look at me. You didn't kill anybody.
By Season 3, Jesse is convinced that Walt is his only real ally. Gus Fring enters the picture and Jesse's role becomes more precarious. Walt knows this, and he uses it. He doesn't just control Jesse with orders, he carefully gives him just enough reasons to believe he's protecting him. Sometimes it's small gestures like telling Jesse he's the only one he trusts in the lab. Other times it's drastic actions that look like loyalty. The best example comes when Gus's men use a child to do their work. Jesse, furious, decides he's going to confront them himself. He's ready to risk everything because he can't stand seeing a kid exploited the way Thomas was. Walt initially tells him not to act, warning him about the consequences. But then, at the last second, Walt shows up and kills the two men himself, moments before Jesse would have pulled the trigger. It's exactly the kind of moment that convinces Jesse that Walt is someone willing to protect him. But in reality, it's another manipulation. Walt knows that if Jesse sees him as a savior, he'll stay loyal. Then comes season 4, and things get even more tense between Walt and Gus. Both of them want Jesse on their side, and Jesse ends up stuck in the middle. For Walt, Jesse isn't just a partner, he's his protection and his only real ally. Walt can't stand the idea of losing him, and his pride won't allow Jesse to listen to anyone else. For Gus, Jesse is a tool to weaken Walt. Gus finally pairs Jesse with Mike, letting him feel useful and respected. For the first time, Jesse's competence is recognized without constant belittling. Mike treats him like an equal. Gus praises his work. Jesse thrives under this, not realizing it's just another form of control. Gus doesn't need Jesse as a cook. He needs him as leverage against Walt. And it works. Jesse begins to see Walt as paranoid and unstable, while Gus appears rational and protective. This rift grows until Jesse is the deciding factor in the war between them. By the time we reach crawl space, Jesse has already been through hell. Then comes the breaking point. In this episode, Brock, the young son of Jesse's girlfriend Andrea, falls mysteriously ill. Jesse immediately suspects that his ricin cigarette, meant for Gus, was somehow ingested by Brock.
No.
He confronts Walt in a rage, believing that he must have used Brock to punish him.
The ricin! He's dying because someone gave it to him!
Walt flips the accusation, claiming Gus is manipulating him and that they need to strike first.
You're the cook, and you have proven that you can run a lab without me, and now that cook has reason to kill me. Think about it!
The truth, which Jesse doesn't know yet, is far darker. Walt himself poisoned Brock, using a different plant but framing Gus in Jesse's mind. It's one of the most cold-blooded moves in the series because it targets Jesse's deepest vulnerability, his protectiveness toward children. In this single moment, Walt turns Jesse's grief into a weapon. He uses Jesse's love for Brock to bring him back to his side, ensuring Jesse will help kill Gus. The manipulation is complete. Jesse's agency is gone. What makes this scene the emotional breaking point isn't just Brock's poisoning, it's the realization, deep down, that no matter which side Jesse is on, innocent people get hurt. First Jane, then the boy on the bike in season 3, then Gale, now Brock. Every time Jesse cares about someone, they either die, get hurt, or are used against him. And every time he's told it's for the greater good, whether by Walt, Gus, or circumstances beyond his control. By the end of Crawl Space, Jesse is once again on Walt's side, but it's not out of loyalty or trust anymore. It's out of sheer exhaustion. He doesn't have the will to fight the manipulation. The cost of resistance is too high. In Season 5, the cracks widen. After Gus's death, Jesse learns pieces of the truth, that Walt watched Jane die, that Brock wasn't poisoned by Gus. But by then, it's too late. If you want more breakdowns like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you next time.